Well, well. Hello, everyone. Oh, that sounds like it's properly doing stuff. That might be better. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just jump straight into the grind, because no time like the present, right? So I think we'll finish off Neptune. And then I guess we'll see what we do from there. So for solo disruptions, it's very important to not deliberately swamp ourselves. So we're only going to do one key at a time. And actually, the pacing of it tends to work out that way anyway. So it should be a smooth sailing. Famous last words. You may be wondering why I run Necros. I have developed kind of an affinity for him during my challenge. I just find he is much more resilient than I was expecting. Oh, yeah, resilient, and then he dies immediately. That was more my fault, though. I should have summoned shadows way sooner. I built up the wrong weapon too, didn't I? No water. No matter whatsoever. You can recover. Really, if I can get this guy. Summon him back and use him as a shield. Next port to call is to load weapons up, and let's see if we can build some melee combo as well. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Alright, excellent. I think we can get to it now.
Demo units looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
Excellent. That takes all the pressure off, because now we can just fail every other one and then leave the mission whilst completing it, I believe.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them
Maximus
near
wave.
the conduit.
Spooky. We could actually deliberately fail the Eximus unit wave in order to spawn Eximus units constantly for us to raise from the dead. But I think I want an easier time this time round. Here comes one of the acolytes. Oh, yes. Okay. I just moved my microphone closer. That should be fine. Just trying to keep it slightly away from my face so that I don't, like, pop the sound whenever I pronounce my P's.
Parvos, I return to the grasp of your golden hand. Away!
We don't really care about the Granum coins in this. Guy's a bullet sponge. Like, I've stacked nearly 500 burn on him, and it barely puts a dent on his health bar, whereas it would kill anything else in about 2 seconds. Very cool. Okay. We can now leave. So you'll find that Steel Path will try and do the bare minimum as possible. And then escape, because these missions can be incredibly brutal.
Smart move.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, frost it is. I thought excavations would be much harder, but they're not. We just have to complete a single excavation, and that's incredibly easy. I may die a couple of times because my defensive bubble will be small, but my deaths should never exceed the number of revives I'll have. I'll probably die like once or twice.
And you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Sometimes bullet jumping can be a curse when the kick power sets barrels off. That's what that was, by the way. That's why things suddenly just exploded around me. We may not die at all. That would be very helpful. Now you may see me cast Snow Globe a whole bunch. Beyond refreshing the 4-second invincibility it has, where it gains health from being shot at, it also adds the health of the previous Snow Globes I've casted. So it just makes it a bigger, harder globe, basically. Which is definitely helpful. We always want our balls to be hard. There we are. Excellent. Now it is time to escape.
Continue excavating artifacts. The choice is yours.
I guess I'll take this battery with me. Just a souvenir from the mission. There's one more thing I can do to improve my voice, if that's still an issue. And I will do that in the menu after this. There we go. That should be fine. And I can still hear the game on my side. glad that there are other people struggling along with this. That should make things much easier. I wish Archwing was way better than it was. It looked so cool when it was announced. The first iteration was kind of the world's most violent game of connect the dots when you used melee, which was arguably the best way to play. But nowadays... I'm kind of not sure.
We need find the next satellite. The surveillance data is heavily encrypted. It will take time to extract. This gun has extreme punch through when fully charged. So if they go into this corridor, they're nicely lined up. Lets me just take them all out in one shot. I have the data. Move on to the next target.
much to say about this mission other than it's a little bit of a waiting simulator, it seems. Not really shooting at this thing enough to warrant me worrying about it at all. Oh, but apparently I'll die. That's always an option. That's funny.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Oh dear. Best get comfortable. Okay, well that was simple enough. So we have defection, which is really annoying. Spy, which is okay, I guess. We'll have to use our spy build. Oh wait, no, it's not spy, is it? It was defense, I remember now. Spy is the syndicate mission. Right. I think we have everything we need.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
There we go. That seems better. So defense could be best described as stationary exterminate, where you have to protect something and every wave is a bunch of enemies you have to, let's just say, remove before the next wave appears. We do this for 3 waves and then we can get out. So I've done a lot of the weekly things behind the scenes, but if we keep going for about an hour, 15 minutes, the daily and weekly reset should occur. So you might see me do a couple of interesting things beyond just missions and clearing planets. We'll see. We will see. Where are you? There you are. I'm sorry if this particular part of the game is a little bit boring. It's just I've got it down to an exact science now, so if I change anything I'll probably die. Almost there. This platform does have a chance of lowering, but it didn't this time. Which is good. We kind of want that, because this area has what feels like a better kill box to me. I'll probably be taking my mandatory death here. Oh, or not. You could also bug out, that's very helpful. Oh, that's a surprise. I don't usually survive those. I should have to do that. Seems like a good idea. We've done it. That was simple enough. A little bit scary in certain points there, but not bad overall.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer
Ooh,
yourself.
primary deadhead. It's always nice when that drops. Okay, 2 missions left. We've got defection and survival. Those are both Necros's domain, I believe. Yes. Oh, no wonder I wasn't killing stuff fast. I forgot to swap those loadouts. Never mind. Oh, the other thing. So we've got blood for energy. Do we really need live wire? We'll keep auto breach. Blood for life is what we'll do. Because actually I'm finding that I'm taking enough damage to warrant it, and I'm using ciphers for the hacks, so that defensive tool is no longer of use to me right now. Right, so survival. Live for 5 minutes. Very easy with Necros. The summoner build basically just takes this on effortlessly. It's very good. Oh well, thank you, TK. So infested missions are literally just a meat carving fest. Like, this is just incredibly easy.
Use it. Search for traces of the target.
That's not where it was. Where is the thing? It's my... that happens sometimes. So, this weapon that I'm using, my melee weapon, has something called an Incarnon. And it gets stronger once I reach a certain combo counter, and then perform a heavy attack. It leaves little gas trails behind. And these gas trails are self-sustaining. If a couple of them are on top of one another, they'll proliferate on their own and just kill things in my stead whilst I'm elsewhere. That's why you may see certain enemies just die out of nowhere. That's because of a toxic cloud that's been left behind. Found the extraction point a bit prematurely. I'm actually looking for the synthesis target that's around here. But I can't find the little arrows that would show me where it is. Which is why I'm using this scope. I'm trying to look for them right now. Ah, there it is. Right, we're on the right path again now. It wants me to go over there, does it? Wow, okay. Jeez.
I was just not permitted to live there, huh? Okay. Very spooky. I was very close to death there. Wants me to go over here. Oops, that's too far. We're not leaving until we get to the synthesis target.
I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
There it is. If you get close enough, it gives you a marker. Ouch. Okay. I gotta be careful here, because if you die too many times, you do fail the mission. One more. Oh, man. The one problem with this is just how much the infested swarm here. Got him. Right, we can get out of here now.
You have completed the synthesis I require. Return to the relay to claim your reward.
Excellent stuff. Took me nearly 2 more minutes just to get that. Not very efficient for a steel path grind, but we take what we can get. Cool, cool, cool. Now it is just defection, which is going to be a real pain. But before any of that, let's turn our thing in. Just in time, too. What am I doing? I can fast travel. Hello, Samaris.
You may explore the sanctuary for new knowledge. You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without you? You are a trustworthy hunter. Come back later, and I will have a new target for you.
You'll have one in approximately 1 hour. Which is handy. Oh, before we go, let's see what we can have.
Knowledge is the
Oh,
path
excellent.
to the singularity.
Let's grab Chroma.
What offerings will this item help you bring to the...
Well, now that we've grabbed Chroma, we'll build him. And then in 3 days' time, we'll feed him to the Helminth. Sorry, Chroma. Right, defection. This is going to be rough. So, it's part escort, part survival in playstyle. I believe if we get one extraction done, that should be it. We can just escape after that, so fingers crossed no one dies.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Don't be alarmed by the crew. They're Grineer defectors, rescued by Steel Meridian, but too broken to join their ranks. Instead, they've banded together in search of a more peaceful life. They call themselves Kavor. The Galleon's atmosphere has become
Whoops.
toxic. It will kill the crew members within minutes. Their only hope is the med boosters, but you must keep them powered. The survivors will never reach the transport without them. Use this comms console to rush out more survivors.
Right, so these are the survivors. We've got to keep them alive if we can.
Heal that crew member before they die. The survivors need first aid before they can move on. Find power cells for the med booster.
Never mind them dying, I bloody died.
We've lost one. Keep crew members alive. Lose too many, and I'll be forced to abort the mission. Another crew member has been killed. A crew member is down. Heal them.
We are dying. Ram infested Sakat. Ram tired. Ram infested Sakat. It's killing me.
Crew member killed. Protect the remaining survivors.
Oh. Well, damn. That's not good. What do I even do here? I like how that guy just exploded into a puff of smoke as well. Like... like he wasn't even there to begin with.
console to send a signal that you want the survivors to hurry.
The worst part is he was the person I was supposed to rescue.
The Sakat!
Ah well. You lose some. It happens. God, I sound like a sociopath when I say that.
Okay, let's go! Everywhere!
I don't actually know what's killing them either, by the way. They're just kind of taking damage over time, and I'm not entirely sure why.
You lost one.
If I can get this guy, at least one of them out, that should just fulfill the mission requirements and I can leave.
Die here? Dead without you, Tenno!
Survivor evacuated.
Rack, it hurts!
There are still survivors to be evacuated, but this operation is becoming increasingly risky. You have permission to seek extraction when you feel you can no longer protect the crew.
That
Crew member rescued. Keep it up.
is right the hell now, so I am going. Oh, that's neat.
Found you.
Found who? I'm gone already. Alright. Well, that was a little messy, but we have completed Neptune. Hooray. Cool stuff. Cool stuff indeed. Alright, so these blue symbols above the planet's name are planets I've completed in standard mode. The golden ones are Steel Path completed planets. So you can see here that I've gone through at least half of them. I've still got a couple here and there. I'm really not looking forward to some of them. They're going to be a little bit difficult. But well, actually, maybe I should take out my Kuva Lich whilst I'm here. Mix things up a little bit. Oh. No, we're fine. That should be okay.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Just loot all of the lockers.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
I always find that one very funny. It doesn't even seem like we stab them with a Parazon, it's just like we pick them up and then throw them aside because they're in our way. Yeah, it kinda does remind me of that too, TK, now I think about it. That's a funny image.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
You may have died in there, but you're definitely gonna die out here if I don't hurry up. Because you, my friend, are made out of paper. Never gets old.
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
Alrighty. Let's do the Steel Path version of Rescue. That's right, we are double dipping. We're doing Kuva Lich and Steel Path Grind. Because I'm a madman.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them, all warriors, death.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Pardon me, coming through. Hey, how's the family? See you around. Bye. Hello. Bye. Just zooming past.
Find the captive as soon as you
Don't
can.
mind me.
We don't have much time.
Could you imagine if if that's what someone said as they flew past you? It was like, hey, how you doing? I don't know whether I'd be surprised, impressed, or confused, or a little bit of everything.
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Thank you, Tanner.
Oh man. Hey, look. They may die very quickly, but actually,
A dead specimen is useless to set
they're
free. Are you not
they're
up to
way
this
more
task?
smarter than Skyrim AI. I actually hadn't realised I killed the synthesis target there. That was a surprise. Just goes to show how strong these blades I have are.
I didn't say
was greater.
you could
This
play
is good.
here. Now, give me that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh man. Do I have to do that one? Oh, that's gonna be tedium incarnate. I think I'd much rather just do the rest of the missions around that planet before tackling that.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Alright, this should be good. It'll be a slow start, but capturing all of these should now work out just fine.
I've forgotten how fun Nova is. It's very nice that someone joined in, by the way. This will make the mission so much more smoother. Which, hint hint, anyone who has the game, you are free to join. We'll just dubstep the living crap out of these guys. Alright, we completed the mission. Wow. What are you using? It is insane. Oh, it's for Bramda, isn't it? Wow. I didn't realise it could be that strong. Thank you, Colorbug.
So you conquer yourself.
Oh boy. It's way too early to be yawning yet.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
I wonder. Theoretically, pistol ammo mutation would be much more efficient with this build. Thing is, Ruinous Extension is just so useful. Yeah, that's more typical of having an acolyte spawn on this mission type. No matter. It's what we prepare for. So, did any of you guys see the trailer for Marathon? The new game from Bungie? It was definitely much more trippier than I was expecting. Yeah, they did a whole cinematic trailer. And they also did a gameplay reveal trailer. The gameplay stuff seems kind of more of the same, honestly, if you compare it to Destiny. But I'm more interested in Marathon's story, which is apparently supposed to be incredibly in-depth. So, I might follow the game. I don't know if I'll play it. If I do, I may stream it just to see what other people think, I guess. Yeah, before I was rudely interrupted by my own internet, the modern Marathon is obviously made by a new team, compared to Bungie's really old team from, I think it was 30 years ago at this point. Wow, that ages me to think about. But, it's big shoes to fill in the sense of a legacy of the game. Definitely. Beyond that, I don't feel confident saying any more, because honestly I'm not too familiar with the game or its story.
It's that time again,
We're
dreamers.
so close. We're so close to biotic rounds. I may actually go ahead and focus on it, because that's the last piece of a puzzle for a build I want to try out.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
This tile again? 3 times in a row? I mean, I don't mind, it's just... it gets a little bit samey. So this is infested, so it should, in theory, be a lot faster. I'm just gonna dance around our own bubble. Because the slowing effect gives us combat advantage. Anyway, the one thing I will say about those trailers is that if some of the features are not just like visual gimmicks, there's some interesting potential there. Changing weather patterns and stuff is pretty cool. They've promised a whole mystery of a place that you're fighting on. The one thing I didn't like was the fact it was a seasonal story, so... they'll argue that you can leave and jump back in at any time. That only really works if they give constant recaps, and recaps cost development time, so the story is probably going to take a couple of pacing hits over a very long period if they do it that way. If it's kind of like... I don't know, I'd kind of like it to be a little bit like Helldivers in the sense that you're supposed to be able to go into any battle pass and none of that stuff leaves. You can just earn it at a later time. If it's like that, along with the story, I think that's more acceptable. Because you can have like a little micro story structure for the newcomers. Yeah, well, I don't know how they're planning on telling the story narratively, because cinematics are cool and all, but if it's anything like some of their other games, the cinematics are only like half a story. There's a lot of in-game cutscenes, and you would lose out on those.
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
Still, all of this is new. It's supposed to be coming out on the 25th of September, which... interesting time. I don't necessarily know if that's a good or a bad thing, but... yeah. All this to say, I'm gonna follow its story.
see how it goes on.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
The hunt is on, Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detecting a potential target. Use it. Search for traces of the target.
Excuse me. Looter shooters are one thing, but extraction PvP shooters with loot involved in them? I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me because I'm not a gambler in that sense, but I suppose I can see the thrill if it's done correctly. The problem is that in those types of games, someone has to lose, and in doing so, and the way that it works, it makes me very worried about the balancing of the game. Because presumably those who win will get rewarded with stuff that the people who lose don't get access to. And eventually it will become incredibly frustrating because depending on the type of gear that they're planning on having, some skill definitely cannot make up for that. There are just some objectively better pieces of equipment out there. I don't think they'll monetize the loot, TK. They'll probably monetize cosmetics or something, which I don't have a problem with personally. If it's optional and not mandatory, I'm always fine with it. But yeah, Battlefront 2 was a complete disaster. I believe someone worked out that it took nearly 20,000 hours to unlock everything free to play. I could be remembering that wrong. I believe it's in a better spot now, but back then it was awful. I'm just glad I never played it. I've never played any game from EA. I just refuse. They are a complete shell of their former selves. I used to remember when they did pretty cool stuff, and then something changed. And like, the rot just set in, and they just started consuming and destroying everything that they touched. And they're a ticking time bomb, in my mind, because of the way that they've conducted themselves, because if and when, well, not really if, but when, the bubble bursts for microtransaction stuff, and it will, they've shut down so many studios. Where are they gonna go when all of that inevitably collapses? That's what my concern is.
That's it. It will be a perfect specimen. Trap it so you can synthesize it.
Love these guys, they just bug out and stay still.
You impress me, Hunter. This specimen will be studied for integration into Sanctuary.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
I've never hit the daily cap for Simaris before. I'll have to remember I've done that and ignore all of the synthesis targets now, because I will just get nothing for them. Yeah, I've never really liked The Sims that much, TK. The one thing I did like, though, was Creature... was it Creatures? No. No, it was not. It was called Spore. You made creatures in Spore, that's it. Yeah. You start off as a spell, a cell, and then you slowly evolve. And maybe they were working to a deadline, but I found that the earlier stuff was a little more fleshed out than the later stuff, except for the space age. That was cool. I liked the space age stuff a lot. I was something of a madman, though. If we were...
Now, give me that.
If we were, at war with a particular tribe, or they picked fights with us constantly, I would just go over to their home planet and use the planet buster on it and just destroy the entire planet. Make a complete example of them. I was a real asshole. I would only do it to their home planet, because that seemed to just put them enough off balance that they would leave me alone after that.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Tenno, I am detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Yeah, no. I later found out it was a very stupid thing to do. Especially because if you were in contact with any other galactic civilizations out there, they would immediately lose a lot of friendliness with you, because no one likes it when you blow up planets except for a specific spoiler race.
Your target is the reactor.
Well, some people already hated me. I had no problem with them, but if they were gonna threaten my people, then I was sure as shit gonna threaten theirs. They should have carried out their threat, like I could.
That's it. Now get out of here.
The weirdest and most annoying part of that whole relation system was that there was always going to be a civilization that hated you.
My playground, one way or the other.
And I mean, I'm obviously biased saying this, but I was a pretty good ally. I would protect against pirates and stuff, and generally trade and do all sorts of other things, but
if you... I wouldn't join wars and exacerbate things, but if you did threaten me, that was the last mistake you would ever make.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
I believe it's fear those things, right? But yes, I get the sentiment. Yes, fear a storm at sea, a night with no moon, and the rage of a quiet man.
Is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
We're not going to do the coolant version, because that involves defending it. Instead, we're just going to insert this fuel rod. And that lets me just blow things up and then run away. We are out of here. I love how fast sabotages are. I believe the third fastest game mode, the fastest being capture and the second fastest being exterminate. Those positions reverse when you're doing fisher farming for relics and stuff. The fastest then becomes exterminate and then capture. Only because if you time it right, every single enemy can get corrupted by void stuff, so you can kill all of them and crack your relic at the same time and run to extraction as well, all in the same breath. Whereas with capture, you grab the target and then you're kind of just hanging around waiting to crack your relic open before you leave. So although it looks faster, it's actually not. At least that's what I've been able to determine.
resist to
Too
strike.
kind.
Who
I
strikes
shall
to
buy
win,
something
the
lovely with
lesson
this.
ends.
You may be stealing my resources, but that just turns you into a piñata later, madam. Be very afraid for when I come and harvest. Let's see, what do we want? I think we'll try Vault. Let's double check our upgrades. Oh yeah, we do need that augment. Oh, we have it. Okay, good, good, good. Excellent. We should be able to do this hijack very easily. God, I remember Operation Tephra's Doom when they first introduced hijack missions. They were so challenging that the clan I was in, when we were active, we had 2 frosts, 1 vault with capacitance, and I believe we had a Loki as well. And our strategy was to just lay down snow globes in the path of stuff so that the thing we were hijacking wouldn't get destroyed. Which is why we had 2 frosts. We had a vault with capacitance to charge his shields up, so he was fueling the hijack target with his shields constantly, so it never stopped moving. And we had a long-range Loki with disarm, so that we would rip all the guns out of the enemy's hands and they could never threaten it. And even that, in the challenge mode of the event, was almost not enough. It was insane. Oh yes. I don't know if I should mention that or not. But yes. But yeah, we really can't. If anyone ends up being curious, I suppose you can DM me and I'll post you the video, but you'll have to remind me. But yeah, that was... It was a challenging time, but it was a very fun time. Especially because we were just constantly talking to one another. Hey, kill this. Hey, I need a bubble here. Hey, Loki, why aren't you disarming? I'm out of energy. Volt, what are you doing? Why are your shields 0? It was so funny.
What is happening to the tram? Investigate! Investigate now!
Right, so this should be a breeze with capacitance because I recharge my shields every time I inflict damage with overload. Oh, and overload stuns, so absolutely no one should be shooting us. Except Eximus units, because their overguard is very annoying. this was so much easier than last time. For context, I wasn't streaming this one, but there was another hijack mission elsewhere, and I stupidly didn't run Vault, so I died enough times, but I burned through every single revive. And I was only halfway through. I managed it, somehow. But it was a nightmare. It's a genuine nightmare. Yeah, it was during Warframe's golden age, I would say. There was just the right amount of stuff for it to be very funny and not frustrating, and there was so much stuff you could do. Oh, damn. God, let me think, what was there? Because it was during the days of Parkour 1.0, which was very scuff. I believe Melee 2.0 was implemented. Actually, I can have a look at what the year Tefra's Doom was released. Let's see. 2014 is when it was released. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. My clan was active back then. That was a year into Warframe.
Only one, Porteno. Don't get greedy.
It was a very fun event. I loved it. Okay, so we just have survival and the assassination left. Oh, Ceres. Why must you be so painful?
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory. Oh, that was another thing that Loki could do, by the way.
he could create decoys which he could switch teleport with. So, one of the things you would do is either play max duration Loki for minute-long decoys, which the enemies would just shoot at constantly, or you could switch teleport snipers into disfavourable positions, and also then do radial disarm on everything that you teleported into. It was a fun time. It's really such a shame that Loki isn't used more often. There's so much green everywhere. You might be thinking I'm talking about the slang for money. No, I'm actually talking about the colour green. It's everywhere. Yes, they would, TK. Microsoft would indeed be proud. So would Monster. Not that I'm sponsored or anything. Not really my thing, being sponsored. I hate ads. But that's also what it reminds me of. Well, I don't think Monster would appreciate being associated with toxic gas clouds, do you? Probably not. I still have a soul and they can sense that. That's certainly an arrangement of words I didn't think I'd read. I'll be honest with you, TK. Considering the types of people we're dealing with here, I thought they'd be very hungry for my soul. I am not sanitized. Damn it, how did he know I hadn't showered lately? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. I get what you mean. I'm sorry, it was too much. It was much too tempting.
A little
have
treat
learned here
from my little
will
meat.
serve you well.
Thank you, darling.
Alrighty, so I think I've put everything off long enough. I've got to... Have I got to do the Abyssal Zone as well? I'm not sure. Alright. Brace yourself, it's gonna get very, very rough. So, this one's a twin boss. Now, not all of them have been removed, obviously. I'm playing one right now, but a couple of other twin bosses were removed in favor of new ones. This is just left over. Because I think they forgot, mostly.
Dangerous assassination yet. Captain Vor has teamed up with Let Krill to take you down. Let's show them your true Tenno power.
But, on different planets, Vor and Let Krill are the, respective bosses. And they just figured, well, okay, let's just jam them together.
And look for an opportunity to divide and conquer.
So, Let Krill's gonna be the worst of a bunch. I'm gonna forewarn you now. He has lots of invincibility phases, so our goal will just be to kill Vor as fast as possible to get him out of the way. To that end, I should actually be building up my melee combo. Just because I get a bunch of stat bonuses from doing that, such as extra crit chance and status chance, which should help us turn things inside out that much faster. Or I could die and lose it all. That's another... I always forget to turn Desecrate on. That's part of a build, my guy. Come on, wake up. Okay. Tear through now. Should be enough.
Vor and Krill are waiting for you. I recommend you focus your attacks on one target. If you split your attention, you may fail.
Ouch.
Take them down.
Strike through the Brinier! This one has your name on it! They will die! Shoot, stop! Distract them!
Right, so we killed one of them.
Your corpse will serve us well!
Wait, is he still alive? I actually can't tell anymore.
You will join us! One way or another.
How did that even... Oh, explosive. I just saw that. Oh, okay, we've gone through that phase already. We can just tear him apart now. Cool. There we go. We are out of here. That was easier than I thought it would be. I was expecting to die a whole lot more. Oh no, give it time. I may still die horribly. Where's the... Yeah, there it is. Okay, now we live. We can actually leave.
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
That's really how you get frost? I've actually forgotten. But that's where you get frost from. Oh my god. That's really rough for Frost, because he is so good in defense missions for newcomers, but to put it behind that kind of boss is just insane to me. My actions have consequences. And completed Ceres. Nice. Very nice. Oh, yes, TK. Sorry. I don't mean to put you off. Mind you, that was in Steel Path, so, I mean, it shouldn't be that awful. In theory. I'm really not looking forward to doing the fragmented one solo. That is gonna suck so hard. Oh my god.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
wonder what other kind of gaming news I suppose I could talk about. Oh, Switch 2. Yeah. Well, that was a little bit of a clusterfuck, wasn't it? For Switch 2 news and stuff. So, if you're not aware, there are no physical games. Now you may be thinking, wait, no, that's not true. Actually, yes. Yes, it's entirely true. So, I don't know to what extent this will be utilised, but game cartridges have the option to just simply be CD keys, basically, and you download the game onto your Switch, not the game card. So, yeah,
We are finished here.
it is quite possibly the most Xbox One style launch I think I've ever seen. It literally is just the Xbox One all over again. The disaster that was that console should have been taken as a lesson to never ever go there. And yet Nintendo decided to do exactly that. So, I have absolutely no idea what they were thinking.
Targets ahead.
The worst part is, I may still get one just because of a bigger screen and better battery life, and the fact that it's backwards compatible with other Switch games. So, actually, you know what? No. I have the base Switch model, and frankly that served my needs this entire time, and I don't see the need to quote-unquote upgrade. Especially when it isn't an upgrade. Yeah. Actually, that's, it's funny you mentioned the Wii U, TK. Some of the, news outlets that were interviewing, some of the Nintendo execs actually brought up the Wii U. And, if you looked at the body language of the exec, they were like, oh shit. Really? We're drawing this comparison? So, I think they're well aware. I think what they're looking to do is see what they can get away with. They're going for the most extreme position possible. And then they're going to fall back to whatever people accept and see that as the acceptable medium they can get away with. That's the only way I see them winning from this right now. And it kind of disgusts me that they would even try that, especially with their reputation of being the most consumer-friendly console company. And especially when their growth rate hasn't actually slowed, not even in the slightest. There was no need to do any of this. They could have just basically released a better upgraded model, given it the backwards compatibility, and then left it at that, really. If you want to know how bad it is, TK, I believe, cost-wise, the PlayStation 5 now comes out on top. If the Switch 2 is considered part of the same generation, in terms of affordability. Because they are going to phase out the Switch, so that no longer exists as far as comparisons go. For the sake of argument, at least. But yeah. It's... it is crazy what they thought they could do. I don't know how they're ever going to come back from it without walking it back seriously.
Yeah, no. It was so heavily anticipated that people were leaking things, quote unquote, about the new console for literally, what was it? A year? 2 years? And then you take all of that hype and you send it straight into the blender and just watch as people kind of look at you bewildered and confused as to why you would do such a stupid thing. Like, it was the easiest thing to line up. It really was. Tomodachi Life 2. I saw the... Oh, what was it? I saw some very funny videos of Tomodachi Life. That was for the 3DS, wasn't it? I never did get that game. Again, wasn't my kind of game, but... some of the videos were very funny.
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Now, this assassination target is very bullet spongy.
Of this sector's infestation, but you are finally here. Deep within this millennia-old Orokin-turned-infested ship lurks a creature created to fight in the Old War. Make your way to its location and dispatch this monster.
Oh, really, TK? That's awesome.
Behold, the creature has grown unfathomably strong through centuries of absorbing matter and self-replication.
Like I said, I liked some of the videos that I saw about it. They were very funny. But, oh my god, this is gonna take forever. But, I was legit kind of confused as to what its purpose was, because I'm not that type of gamer where I like that sort of genre of game. I'm very cerebral, be it reaction speed or thinking about my moves like in card games. Although lately, I have picked up a new game that I do want to try on stream. Pretty old by comparison, and I do need to speak to support before I run it, because I'd rather not have a particular thing happen that's been a subject of news with regards to Steam. But if all of that works out, I will try streaming Conan Exiles. Don't be too worried, there will be no nudity. That is an option in the game, but there will be no nudity for stream. Because that will just get me banned. But it's a game that Alyssa introduced me to, and I had some fun. Trying it out for about an hour. So yeah, if I get like the go-ahead and I don't get like VAC banned for attaching OBS onto it, which I will contact support about, just because I'm not asking how VAC works, they'll never disclose that, but what I would like to know is whether it's on the approved programs list, because the way that OBS hooks into things, it can sometimes be detected as a cheat device even though it's not. So, that's fun. And I mean, you can play the game for a little while, because VAC rolls out bans in waves, so you'll never know what you were specifically banned for. Which is another reason for contacting support, because I'll get a faster answer that also doesn't involve me being banned, because they never unban you. Unless it's like a genuine, actual mistake. I believe you may be mixing up OBS with Untapped GG, and they did patch that. That was a source of controversy in the 2024 World Championship. You could see the decks of both players through the deck viewer feature in the replay. Like, you would just boot up the replay, pause it, have Untapped show you the deck, then you could note everything down, then you would swap it over to the other person's point of view and you could copy and have a look at their deck. Yeah, DK got in serious trouble for that. To my knowledge, he was never actually banned or anything, but a lot of people were very angry at him for it, because it undoubtedly well, affected the manner in which the tournament would run. And I mean, his excuse that they had access to the same stuff, I suppose that's true, but he's the one that publicly did it, so he's the one that gets blame. It doesn't matter in that sense what the others did. It's basically saying the quiet part out loud. But yeah, Untapped announced that they were going to patch that, because it had been a thing for a couple of years, but it's very strange that it was only until recently that someone even tried doing that. Don't get me wrong though, it was fascinating to look through those decks. It was especially interesting because of the build restrictions that the World Championship introduces. So you can nominate 3 cards, and your team has access to unlimited copies of those cards, basically. Unlimited in the sense that your team can use any number of them. But for the rest of the cards, you have to be very clever in the way that you build, because it's a shared pool. So, for example, if you took 3 Macrocosmos in one deck, your allies then can't use Macrocosmos in their decks. Now, I don't know why you'd use Macrocosmos, but that's just an example of how it works. And I've always found the way that the top players build their decks with that restriction in place very fascinating. Because they come up with some very ingenious solutions to problems. Now, more often than not, people nominate Ash Blossom, Max C, and some other card. But the other card is what's of interest, and how they share the pool of cards they have among them is also what's very interesting. And also limitations do count for that, so you can't have 3 copies of Card Destruction in 3 different decks. And you would make 6 different decks, 2 for each player, that you could swap between. So yeah, it's very cool looking at that sort of stuff. Anyway, I think I am finished with the grind for now, because I'm starting to burn out ever so slightly. I'm not going to actually end stream, Instead, what I'm gonna do is switch games. That's right, it's a multi-stream. I'm just going to update the categories. There we are. Alright. Bear with me 1 second whilst I switch sources. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh yes, that's right. I actually can't switch sources on this screen. Whoopsie! Sorry for the flashbang. That flashbang is there just to tell you guys, but there should be a game there, but if there isn't, just yell my eyes and I'll know exactly what you mean. So, I figured I would do some of a dual trial, and I really want to try Memento. my optical sensors. Smart ass. Anyway, we're gonna try some Memento, because I've always wanted to try it out. And this is the perfect event for doing so. Yeah, I suppose that's true, TK. Ooh. Oh, I forgot music. So I know this guy is very good. They're really imperming that straight away. Interesting. So what is the valid fusion target here? Oh, it's Twin Dragon. Okay. You know, I've kind of misplayed already. I should have gone into Twin Dragon to see if I could have salvaged something, but this is an okay opener, I guess. You'll have to bear with me. Like I said, I'm completely unfamiliar with this deck. Yeah, he's very sparkly and gem infused. That's pretty cool.
This was... Yeah, I'll have to remember that for next time. This was definitely a mistake. I should have put Imperm in one of the pendulum columns, because I realise now Valmonica's in this event, isn't it? Man, I am burning hot right now. That's not a sus thing, I promise. It's actually really hot in here. Let's see if I can get a window open. Yeah, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. That's fine. Oh, that's really leached all of the heat out already. Jeez. Handy. Might need to turn this down slightly. There we are. Okay. Oh, I see. Did you pendulum summon this turn already? You did not. Okay. Well, this Artemis is going to have to attack us because of our trap. Dugores? Really? Oh. You're not serious, are you? Oh, thank God. Okay. I was under the impression that they were gonna, like, double the attack just so that they would break even and not take damage, but that's fine. Yes, I think they're finally using the data from cards TK, because that was a thing during one of their festive events. Huh? I'm pretty sure you had me. Oh, okay. Fine. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they're using card usage data now to make more sane deck building choices, because there were some things that were just really silly, but every single one of these that they've built are really good. They show the archetypes off very well for the new set.
If you say so. I was just gonna say, one of their festival things that they did do was showcase an algorithm playing the game, which was supposed to quote-unquote learn. And it was even able to calculate its win percentage chances, which I thought was interesting. It's just a shame that, you know, it was never taken any further. Oh, you cheeky devil. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. Yeah, that's what we wanted you to do. I had a feeling that you had a ash blossom. The thing is, your data could have been ignored if it was picked up on as malicious, because it would be seen as noise eventually. So, I mean, it might work for a time, but it wouldn't work forever. I think I might have it this time. That should be it, right? Now if I just... I need to remember what I shuffled back, so is it? It's definitely this. And this. And this. I believe this as well, because it's an extender. And I guess you, because you're good and we don't want you getting fingered. There we go. That seems pretty good, right? Oh, well. I suppose it's better for no stars than a bad job sticker, so I'll take it. I have no clue either. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. Yep, I'm just gonna steal that too. Thank you for your contribution. I'm pretty sure that just ends the turn, right? You just set things now? Yeah, okay. I do know how to fight against Centurion, so there's not really a lot they can do, because I know all of their tricks. Alright, so we send you, I believe we just send you. What do we add here? I believe we add Cranium Burst, right? I have no doubt in my mind that I am playing this entirely wrong, and I'd probably like had the game on board somewhere way earlier, but I think this is fine. Okay. No, I feel like I'm slowly getting it. I don't want to jump the gun, but I think I'm doing okay. I think after this we'll do viewer duels, because I've just seen the time, and I kind of don't want to be up too much longer, I don't think. It's nearly 2 AM. Oh, you finally got the synchro off, huh? Congratulations. I didn't realize this wasn't once per turn. That's crazy. That's incredibly crazy. You should have put that in defense, good sir. Oh yeah. Awesome. Okay, well, I kind of trashed Memento for the longest time because I figured it was just a convoluted mess but left itself super open from activating a bunch of effects, but I now realise that that's kind of also what masks its plays somewhat, because it can just turn on a dime to grab what it wants. Yeah. I think I like the deck now. I ought to buy this whilst I remember. Let's see what our 10 pulls are, shall we? Hooray, it's something. Really? We already have one of those. I can't be too mad, it's master packs. Okay, that's kinda more like the luck that I'm used to. Yep. What are you again? Oh yeah, okay. White sardine! Fish, my beloved. Nothing really exciting, is there? I mean, even Scrap Sheen. Man, back in the days when attack boosts were still considered kind of like the cool thing to do. How times have changed. Oh, hey! So, fun fact, even though this is supposed to be for like the charmers, because it says spellcaster monster with 1500 defense, that means any spellcaster monster. So really you could just shove this into anything that you can search it with that has a spellcaster and just use it for its negation. Which is always fun. Ooh, it upgraded. I bet you it's still full of rares though. Oh, okay. I'll take that, sure. I've been meaning to grab Thunder Dragon stuff. Ray and Ghost Ogre. Oh, we had... Okay, alright, cool. I think... Oh, tryout duels will end soon. I may do one more tryout duel just to see if I can get the pack. It's not a big deal if I don't. Yeah, it's kind of par for the course. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, consider me corrected. Fine. That's not interesting at all. Oh, nice. I believe I have one of these already, so that's UR points, which is nice. You would only ever run one. What is it? This. There we are. I gotta say, actually, pretty okay pulls for, he says as he pulls 2 rares. They were okay pulls for trial packs, but not bad at all. Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. What other stuff do they have? Primite Howl, that's pretty cool. Full armored. Kind of a bit late on that one. And Centurion has its own Grave and Banisher zone now for some reason. Okay, and let's see what our... Oh, we got one Ultra. Hey, Mystic Potato! I know a certain someone who will love me having that card. Alright, let's get to the duel trial. Oh, that's spooky. Occasionally I get some interesting news stuff from my Windows widget. Apparently scientists are saying that animals are learning to communicate like humans. Just, you know, don't mention that to the furries. They already can't help themselves. I don't know what you mean, TK. Oh, I think I've come up against a pro here. My only hope is that they DC now. Oh boy. Oh hey, that's unexpected. Turning the microwaves on. What are you planning, TK? We only want him to DC, we don't want to build a death ray. Oh my god, really? Wasn't that in the same tournament where eventually, because everyone else was having the same problems, it was determined it was their fault, so they decided to run it all back? I believe they ran that tournament for way longer than it was supposed to because of the issues they had. Oh my god, really? I think I was around during then. I actually quit the game because it got unbearable. The death ray is way funnier conceptually. You know, when you stop and think about what people say, we say some really strange things.
Okay, we're just doing that, are we? Fine. Fine, fine, fine. I've lost anyway, I just wanted to see what he would do. You know what, I've changed my mind. Build for Death Ray. Let's play John's deck, see what he thinks. God, I hope he doesn't see this. He's probably just gonna, you know, say, you could have done this, you could have done that, what are you doing? I am more familiar with it though. Ooh, something going on. One moment. I'm pretty sure one would get me put on a list and the other one would not work correctly, so I'm kind of screwed if I do, screwed if I don't, huh? Was that a Jasper? Oh dear. Yes, he's back. Alrighty. That should be good. Oh, different names. Right. My mistake. We have to do this first. I think that's a good enough board, don't you? Yes, my dog. Hello, Jasper dog. Yeah, hello. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, you goofy-eared devil? Hmm? Are you sitting down for something? Deary me. Alright, give me a minute, Jasper. There's a good boy. Oh, well, thank you. I'll take that -2. Oh dear. Oh, poor Jasper. Hooray! Thank you for the pack. Right, I'll be right back. I think I need to see to my dog. We'll just do this pull first, because it's right there in front of me. That is not bad. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, I will be right back.
Right, I'm back. Terribly sorry about that. I had to feed him as well as take him outside. He is a bottomless pit, I swear, but it's good to see him so healthy, so I don't mind. Right, let's get back into it. So, where were we? We did the tryout duel. I believe we were going to end the stream on some viewer duel stuff. So I'll go ahead and create that room now. Doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alrighty, what do we do here? Ah, there it is. Okay. Alrighty, I will now just wait. So I'll probably wait for a little bit. Let's play this. I haven't played this in a while. Alright, let's see what you got, TK. Oh, yes. Helm is her name, right? This should be interesting. I thank you for the gift of a -1. Ah, Curses. Ooh, yes, let's do this. There we are. Well, damn. Fair enough. Oh my god, okay. We're just trading cards like crazy right now. Jeez. Oh, this is really silly. Yeah, it kind of is. It used to really annoy me that they called hand traps and stuff pieces of quote-unquote interaction, when you know damn well for a fact that that's absolutely not what they were. They were disruptions. And I'm tired of pretending otherwise. Oh no. It's really too bad I top decked this. Sorry. So mean. Are you ready for the blowout? Hell yeah, double engage. Hey, it's still all to play for. I don't really have any disruptions because I miscounted the number of spells I used. Yes. I see. Okay, now that I was not expecting. I forget that this can do that. I think that works, right? Oh, that is a surprise, I must say. Oh, it's unaffected, not untargetable. Okay, yeah, that was my bad. I completely misunderstood the effect. The intention was to stop you from equipping it. Using Lacrima. Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? You can exceed 6 and just really destroy me. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you did get a little bit of an unfortunate sequence there, because ideally, I believe you want Yama Engrave when you trigger Shavara. Because it gets you another level 6, basically. I think this is fine too, right? Unicorn. Okay. I had no idea it did that. Okay. That is a disfavorable sequence to you, because I believe Rose can negate whatever you summon. Oh, we're just going with Sharv. Okay. That makes sense. Its effect isn't activated, it loses the negation when it goes to grave. Yeah, I have to do it that order. Really, really stupid that I have to do it this way just to draw one. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is insane. Prepare. Well, I did win a tournament with it. I gotta say, I'm pretty confident in using it. This is game, by the way. At least I think it is, right? No, it isn't. I don't have enough names. God damn. I really should have put a Hayate back. I mean, never say never, but it does look pretty scary seeing a full set, I gotta say. See, that's not bad. I actually don't have anything for that. Okay, but I do have something for that. I'm sorry to tell you. Oh. Oh man. You did put me through my paces though, because that deck is very scary if it gets going. Did you want to try again with something else? Jeez. I didn't think of it that way. Sorry. That is mean, isn't it, huh? See, I'm just going to show you this deck because it's not complete, but can you see the tech? Armorphage Goliath. I am looking to summon it off of spheres. Neither player can special from the extra deck. I do all my stuff on their turn and then I just end on a Goliath at the end of it all. It's so mean. This was an old school Dragon Link play. You used to use Sloth or Goliath. Right, anyway, what do I want to use that's not too mean? I guess we'll play this. This is pretty fun. I tell you, TK, 2019 was some wild times when it came to techs. Yeah, we were. We were also pairing it with Orcust in one case. There was one guy in my locals who did that. He played 60 card Orcust with Dino. And it was terrifying. Is that the second time I've done that to you, by the way? Oh, we're playing this. I see. Are you going to show me how it's done? Yeah, it looks like you are. Very cool. Jamming waves. I don't know if that's a wise idea. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh. Well, thank you? Question mark? Oh dear. Oh, I see your game. You sneaky devil. Really now? I see how it is. Oh. Oh. Ooh. You better just kill me. Oh, I see. Yeah. I gotta say, I do like that, but you've kind of burnt through everything, right? I don't believe you can even Shizuku another engage, which kinda stings. Okay. So with with that show, you're telling me I have to end it this turn. Alright. I guess I'll try. Ordinarily, that would be a bad thing. But I was never aiming for Magia. I was just scouting you. I'm gonna turn this dark just because it's funny. Secret effect of Verte that no one uses. That's kind of annoying. Doesn't matter though too much. Okay, well, I guess you survived this turn. But I already know what's in your hand. It's one unknown plus one Widow Anchor, which you can use to take control of something. Question is, what do you take control of? That was a trick question, by the way. You take control of nothing. Man, that is unreal. I was not expecting that, I gotta say. Desires. Wow. You know, with how fast the deck is, I don't know if I agree with Desires, but What do I know? We'll see what happens. Ah. Yeah, I have news for you. Okay. Wow, you've actually blown through all of my toy boxes. I've only just realised that. That's funny. That's really funny. The main engine of this deck is basically gone now. Typhon. Whoa. That does just fit this situation, doesn't it? We're really just scrapping now. It shuts things down because it is in the main monster zone. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna take a gamble. I've no reason not to, right? It's win or lose regardless. This music really fits the situation, because it is tense. I like it. No one challenges me like you do, TK. I enjoy it so much. Okay. That may have just saved me. Oh my god. That is insane. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? No, I'm not gonna continue to attack. Are you insane? It really sucks to have to banish my own Dark Magician, but I kind of had to there. Oh no. Well done. I love that. Well done. That's a good way to end it, I think. Wow. Jesus. Get destroyed. Yeah, well done, TK. That was awesome. Alright, let's raid out, shall we? I wonder who we can raid out to. Ooh.
That's an idea. We'll raid this little miss. Yeah, she's very chilled. I like her a lot. Thank you for the games, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.